You know that person who always cancels plans, the one who says, maybe next time, again and again? And at some point, you stop asking. But what if they're not avoiding you? What if they're protecting something you don't see? Because if you're someone who feels more excited about a quiet night alone than going out into noise, crowds, and conversations, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just built differently. Most people think staying home means you're lazy, or antisocial, or that something is off. But psychology sees it differently. Some people recharge around others. They gain energy from conversations, movement, and chaos. But others lose energy in those same situations. Every interaction, even a good one, takes something from them. Every bit of noise, every forced conversation, every social expectation slowly drains them. And they don't even notice it at first, until suddenly they feel exhausted for no clear reason. And the only place that actually restores them is being alone. There's a concept called optimal stimulation. It means every person has a different level of input they can handle. Some people need more stimulation to feel alive, others need less. And when that limit is crossed, it doesn't feel exciting anymore. It feels overwhelming. For some people, a party feels like energy. For others, it feels like pressure. Too many voices. Too many expectations, too many things happening at once. And their brain just wants one thing: silence. That's why staying home doesn't feel like missing out. It feels like relief. But it's not just about energy. It's about control. Outside, everything is unpredictable. You don't control conversations. You don't control people. You don't control situations. You have to react, adjust, perform. But at home, everything slows down. You control the environment, the noise, the pace. Even your thoughts feel more organized. And for a lot of people, that sense of control isn't a luxury. It's peace. There's also something deeper going on. People who enjoy being alone often have a very active inner world. They don't get bored easily, because their mind is always working, thinking, reflecting, connecting ideas. They replay conversations. They imagine scenarios. They analyze things most people ignore. And in silence, those thoughts become clearer. That's why some of the best ideas don't happen in crowds. They happen in quiet moments, late at night, alone in a room, when there's nothing to distract you. But here's where it gets complicated. Because not all solitude is the same. Sometimes staying home is a choice, and sometimes it doesn't feel like one. Sometimes it's peace, and sometimes it's avoidance. Some people stay home because it makes them feel better. Others stay home because going outside feels too heavy, too unpredictable, too exhausting before it even starts. And that's a very different experience. From the outside, it looks the same room, same silence, same behavior. But inside, it's completely different. One person feels calm, the other feels stuck. One is recharging, the other is escaping. And most people never stop to ask themselves which one it is, because it's easier to say this is just who I am than to question it. There's also something else no one talks about. When you spend more time alone, you start seeing things differently. You notice details others ignore. You become more aware of yourself, your thoughts, your patterns, your emotions. And that level of awareness can feel both powerful and uncomfortable, because once you see yourself clearly, you can't unsee it. So for some people, being alone is clarity. For others, it's confrontation. And that's why not everyone enjoys it the same way. But for those who truly feel at peace alone, They're not missing out. They're not behind. They're not broken. They just don't need as much from the outside world. Because their inner world is already full. They don't chase constant stimulation. They don't need noise to feel alive. They're okay with stillness. And in a world that constantly tells you to be louder, faster, more social, that kind of calm can look strange. But it isn't. It's just different. So the real question is, when you choose to stay home, what are you actually feeling? Relief or resistance, peace or pressure? Because understanding that difference might tell you more about yourself than anything else.